Hey guys, it's Ollie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am joined with one of my Madagascar hissing cockroaches to tell you why they make perfect pets. People definitely don't think of cockroaches as making good pets, but I am definitely here to tell you that these guys, at least, make amazing pets, especially beginner pets, even for children. So I have 5 reasons and an honorable mention to tell you guys why I think these guys make such amazing pets. I do have a care guide as well that I will put in one of these corners, whichever one it goes in. So my first one is pretty obvious. As you can see, they are pretty handleable. They really don't mind just to hang out on your hands with you. And they are a pretty decent size. I would say even most kids can be trusted with them. They are pretty hardy, although it definitely depends on the kid, so just still monitor that, of course. But yeah, they're pretty hardy. Unlike a lot of insects, they can handle some drastic falls. Not that you should like do that on purpose or anything. And obviously they can definitely easily be killed if someone is trying to do that. But other than just like holding them and an accident occurring where like maybe they fall or they jump or something, I mean, they're pretty hardy. They also don't bite. They can technically bite, but they're not usually inclined to do that. They don't really have a bunch of super like inconvenient, I guess, defense mechanisms. They don't really excrete anything that would taste bad or smell bad. They can't really poop on you. I mean, they can, but it's just like little pellets. Most of their defense mechanisms is honestly the hissing sound that they make, and sometimes they will try to fall off of your hand. I've definitely had a couple that they kind of just let go. The only thing that might be a little bit intimidating for them is if you can see, but they do have some spiky legs. They don't hurt, it's just for them to hang on. They kind of tickle, actually. I'm gonna see if I can get this one to hiss for you, but I don't know if it will. Ooh. Okay, and I don't know if you saw that, but they can also run. They can do short little spurts like that, so just be cautious of that as well when you are handling these guys. This guy's not wanting to hiss, so I will just show you a different one hissing. I've accidentally freaked him out a little bit, so. They are also super clean, which you definitely wouldn't expect from a cockroach, but they are pretty clean as well. These guys are pretty new, so this one is a little bit more movie. If you have cockroaches that you handle a little bit more than this, they won't be so freaked out. But like I said, I got these guys like last week, so they're not quite used to me handling them yet. Should calm down soon though. Once they realize you're not a threat, they do tend to calm down quite a bit. Now they are really clean. I have heard of some people having a mild allergy to them, so just be wary of that. Most people are allergic to the frass more than the bug itself, frass being poop. All right, so reason number 2 is that they are super, super low maintenance. They are very easy to care for. They're hardy, not in the sense that we talked about earlier necessarily, but hardy as in it's kind of hard to kill them. As long as you're providing like their basic needs, they will probably live. They also eat small amounts of most things that you're going to have in your fridge. They do need their proteins, so you can get like special like bug mixes like bug burger or something like that. You can also just feed them like high protein types of foods like different seeds and whatnot, things like that. But they also eat pretty much any vegetable, some fruits. They will just kind of devour. So anything that I have left over from, for example, my bearded dragon, I will give to my hissers as well as my dubia roaches because they'll just eat it. They also don't take up a ton of room. As you can see, I have them in a 20-gallon back here just because I like to give mine some more room. I know a lot of people put them in 10 gallons. I definitely started out in a 10-gallon. I just prefer this one. The only thing I would say is to make sure that they have a really well-fitting lid. So you want to make sure that if you have a lid, it's weighed down well so that you don't have any escapees. These guys can climb glass and they will breed pretty readily if the conditions are correct. If they get out, they probably won't survive like winter or anything. They are banned in some places for that, like Florida. So just putting that out there. But if, like, for example, here in Indiana, if they get out, they're not going to be able to breed here or survive the winter. So they would be fine if they got out. But still, you don't really want them to, obviously, so a good fitting enclosure is your best option. They are also good at room temp. They do better at higher temperatures, but room temp is just fine for these guys. They're not that picky. And just the overall maintenance is super easy. They don't need any like special lighting that you need to change. They don't really need much. They just need misted once in a while, or for you to at least give them like some water crystals or high hydrating foods. But as far as anything else, I mean, they poop, and that's about it. I mean, they don't. You feed them, you make sure they have some moisture and humidity in their enclosure, you make sure they're not going to freeze, and you're set. And of course, you clean up their poop. So number 3 is kind of 2 different things because I don't have a lot to say on them, so I'm combining them into one point. The first one is their lifespans are pretty good for bugs. A lot of bugs don't live very long, and that is a big reason why a lot of people wouldn't want them as pets, but Madagascar hissing cockroaches can live up to 5 years, so that's a pretty good lifespan. I've even heard of them living longer, so yeah, definitely not bad for an insect. And the other honorable mention is just how unique they are. Like, a lot of people do not have pet cockroaches, especially ones this big, that really don't look like cockroaches. They definitely have some of those same features, but they don't really look like their common, like, house pest. So, and they're pretty unique. Like I said, they hiss. They don't mind being handled. They're just neat little guys. So if you want a unique pet that is also super easy and cheap and kind of fun to hold and everything, these guys check all of those boxes. Moving on to number 4 is that they are very readily available and very cheap to buy up front. Madagascar hissing cockroaches are very cheap. I think I spent about $5 on like a 10 count, I think. Not bad at all. They are at most pet stores as well. You can also find them pretty easily online. Any expos you go to, probably going to have them. Like I said earlier, they breed pretty readily, so most people who keep these guys end up breeding them and have to obviously sell them or give them away or something. So they are very readily available. You can find them on any website you would get any bugs. But yeah, a lot of places have them. It's very easy to find some. And like I said, they are super cheap. And point number 5 is that they cohab. I don't know if you have seen any back here, but I have probably between 13 and 20 hissing cockroaches in this enclosure, and they're perfectly fine. They're like that in the wild. I'm pretty sure you can like just keep them solitary if you really want to, but it doesn't really require a ton more room or anything. They usually all huddle in one spot anyway, usually in a cork round. Now they can duel, but they won't usually actually hurt each other. It usually just means that they will butt heads until the other backs off. Usually they will do this for a female. However, if you don't provide enough food, they can do it over food, like over resources. So you just want to make sure that you have the appropriate amount of food for them. Yeah, they definitely don't mind being with each other. So pretty short, sweet video, but that is pretty much all I have for you. If you are considering getting a pet bug, I definitely recommend getting a Madagascar hissing cockroaches, especially if you are like new to the invert world and just want to dip your toes in. They're super easy to care for. Again, look more into the babies thing. They do give live birth. I don't want to like lead you astray on that. They will have babies. So just a heads up on that. So just do some research on that and how to keep those babies from escaping and all of that. So, but that is all I have for you guys today. So give this video a like for the algorithm, comment down below if you have any or are considering getting some Madagascar hissing cockroaches. All of my links, including my Instagram account, my art account, my Facebook group, and my wife and I's Etsy shop where I sell protein mix and we also sell some more crafty things, will be all linked in the description down below. And of course, subscribe if you are into this kind of content or really any animal kind of content. I upload every single Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can hit the bell if you don't want to remember that. And as always, I will see you guys next week. Bye.